Good morning. I am Rhonda Blesder, and I am the Form 1 Dean for this academic year. And I will also be your chairperson for this Form 1 orientation program. Today is indeed a significant day in the lives of your children. It is the commencement of your child's life at this secondary school, San Fernando West Secondary, which as an institution stands proud for 41 years. Yes, this year we celebrate 41 years of existence, 41 years of molding young minds to seek knowledge and abide in truth. Our orientation program has two parts. Both segments are designed to introduce you to our secondary school experience. First, you will hear several addresses by school personnel. Then you'll be invited to join a second segment, which facilitates interaction between parents, students, and form teachers. As the program proceeds, you will be guided accordingly. I would now invite you to stand at attention as the national anthem of Trinidad and Tobago is played by Matthias Edwards of 3.1 on the steel pan. Please continue standing and bow your heads in reverence as Karina Mohammed, one of our Form 5 mentors, leads us in the school prayer, followed by the national pledge. Karina.
Praise be to Almighty God, creator of the universe and all that is in it. We thank you, O Father, for the opportunity which you are giving us to increase our knowledge. May your divine grace enable us to study hard and use what we learn for the good of our fellow citizens. We pray that you free us from selfishness, lust, greed, anger, and hatred. Warm our hearts with love, fill our minds with understanding, and strengthen our wills in the face of difficulty. Help us, O Father, to make our beloved country of Trinidad and Tobago the kind of place you want it to be. A place where human dignity is respected, where equal rights are accorded to all citizens, where hard work is encouraged and rewarded, and where your God reigns supreme. Let's raise our right hand to say the national pledge. I solemnly pledge to dedicate my life to the service of my God and country. I will honor my parents, my teachers, my leaders, and my elders, and those in authority. I will be clean and honest in all my thoughts, my words, and my deeds. I will strive in everything I do to work together with my fellow men of every creed and race for the greater happiness of all and the honor and glory of my country.
Thank you, students, for your contribution. You may be seated. The presence of COVID-19 has resulted in a greater infusion of technology to bridge the gap that is caused by the absence of in-person education. Let us now view a video that demonstrates one way in which we at San Fernando West Secondary utilize technology to bridge that gap.
A very special good morning to you, our incoming Form 1 students of San Fernando West Secondary. This morning, it is our pleasure to give you a virtual tour of your new school. At San Fernando West Secondary, your safety is very important to us. Therefore, all visitors are asked to check with security and are required to sanitize before proceeding onto the compound. Our tour begins at Admin Building, also known as Building A.
Good day, everyone. Let me assure you that the San Fernando West Secondary School, OLTEC, as we are fondly called, is a progressive institution that focuses on our students' growth and development. We strive to enable our school's motto, seek knowledge, abide in truth. Therefore, our modus operandi is one that focuses on modern teaching practices and is founded upon care and attended to the emotional needs of our students. The school's culture is driven by our core function of seeking to produce productive and exemplary citizens. Our school has successfully transitioned onto a virtual environment which speaks volumes about our teachers' willingness to meaningfully engage our students. This is clearly seen from the improvement in students' pass rates over the last few years. The school has maintained a 50% pass rate over the last 5 years and has attained the heights of 72%. It is hoped that the school will soon receive approval from the Ministry of Education to begin an advanced level program on the strength of these results. In the co-curricular sphere, the school holds its own despite a lack of resources. The school's achievements at Sfwss, zonal athletics before COVID of course, calypso and chutney competitions, essay writing, spoken words and so on are well known and of course frequent. OLTEC provides a happy place for students' learning and staff welfare. Much of the successes of the school has been achieved due to the diligence and competence of the efforts of the Vice Principal, the middle management staff, heads of departments and deans, and of course, our hardworking teachers. As a unit, they monitor students' learning and progress and interface with both students and parents regularly. Good planning and analysis of data ensures that decisions are made to benefit everyone. The teaching staff are the lifeblood of the school, and their efforts are highly recognized and appreciated. Teaching and learning at the San Fernando West Secondary is efficient and effective because we can rely on a hardworking support staff, the civil service staff, contract officers, the library's knowledge staff, and of course, very importantly, the guidance officer and the social workers are all very accommodating. The MTS Can-Do crew forms our ancillary staff and do a good job of providing security and janitorial services. The canteen personnel are only too willing to serve. Yes, San Fernando West Secondary School does it all, providing a well-structured and nurturing environment to us all. Thank you.
Oh, hi. Good morning. Welcome to San Fernando West Secondary School. We look forward to working with you for the next 5 years. We do hope you enjoy the tour of our school.
Yes, students, that is what your school looks like. Thank you, Ms. Harrison, for that video and the other videos to follow. Filled with 31 years experience educating the nation's children is our Vice Principal, Mrs. Burja Rampusad, who will now welcome us.
To our principal, Mr. Mutu, members of staff, parents, and most importantly, our Form 1 students, a very pleasant good morning to you. My job here this morning is very, very simple. It's to welcome both our parents and students to our school. As Mrs. Blaisdell had said this morning, is that, yes, I have been here in the education system 31 years. However, 27 years of that has been spent at San Fernando West Secondary. I have seen our school grown in leaps and bounds. So let me start by saying congratulations and welcome to San Fernando West Secondary School. I know you might be a little bit apprehensive at entering secondary school, even though you are at home right now during this pandemic. However, let me assure you that once school physically reopens, you'll have a tremendous experience at secondary school. One of the videos to follow later on is from our past students, and they will tell you how much they have enjoyed our school and their school life and the experiences they experience right here. As you have seen in our welcome video, our school's compound is quite large with many activities and subject choices. You students are now in your second step of your educational climb. You would have started at primary school. You are now in secondary. Make the most of all the opportunities that you are provided with. You have wonderful and supportive teachers and form teachers. Remember always to strive for excellence. Congratulations and welcome again. With these short words, I take leave as you will now be introduced to the middle management of our school. They are the driving force, together with teaching staff, to our success. So let me wish you again a pleasant good morning. Thank you.
Yes, I know that video made you more alert as you ensured that you saw the names and faces of the middle management. But just in case you missed it, I will call out their names. Middle management is made up of the heads of department and deans of the school. Head of the language department is Ms. Mirage. Head of visual and performing arts department is Ms. Kelly Simmons. Head of modern studies is Mrs. Peters Francis. Head of mathematics and information technology is Mrs. Duki Ragu. Head of science is Mr. Rampasad. Head of modern languages is Mr. Pasad. And head of business and technical studies is Mr. Sanka. Your Form 1 Dean is Ms. Blaisdell. Form 2 Dean, Ms. Mirage. Form 3, Ms. Gulja. Form 4, Ms. Kamisyong. And Form 5 Dean is Ms. Visram. Viral Kohil said, self-belief and hard work will always earn you success. One person who definitely lives by such a statement is Mr. Mutu. Mr. Mutu is the principal of San Fernando West Secondary. He has held the leadership reins for the past 8 years, first as vice principal and now principal. Mr. Mutu will now give the principal's address. My apologies, it seems as if we are experiencing technical difficulty. So now we will move on to the presentation from the Dean, and that will be followed by the guidance officer, Ms. Hendrickson. Good morning again, parents, guardians, support system, and students. As previously mentioned, I am Mrs. Rhonda Blaisdell, the Form 1 Dean. I work alongside administration, subject teachers, and form teachers in the areas of student academic performance and discipline. At this time, I would like to introduce you to your form teachers. First, we have Ms. Khan, a member of the Language Arts Department and form teacher. Ms. Khan. Then we have Ms. Miraj, member of the Modern Languages Department and form teacher of 1.2.
Hi, good morning, everyone. I'm Ms. Miraj, form teacher of 1.2.
Thank you, Ms. Please meet Mrs. Edu Charan, member of the Modern Studies Department and form teacher of 1.3. Thank you,
Hi,
ladies.
good morning, students. I'm Ms. Edu, and I'll be your form teacher of 1.3.
Thank you, ladies. Parents and students, later in the program, you will interact with your child's form teacher. As the dean, I monitor your child's attendance, participation in class and school activities. Yes, even in the virtual world, we have school activities. For example, this Wednesday, we are celebrating Emancipation and Republic Day. Your child must attend this program, and parents, you are invited to as well. I also monitor the attendance at school. Unexcused or frequent absence from school requires the involvement of the guidance officer or social worker. If there's any disciplinary issue involving your child, then as dean, I become involved. If there are negative issues that I am aware of that may be impacting your child's academics or behavior, I facilitate the intervention that is required. I am here to help you and help your child. Education is a partnership. Successful schools have not only strong leadership and dedicated teachers, but also committed parents. Our teachers are very dedicated. Our administration is strong. The question lies, are you, parents, guardians, still dedicated to your child's education? I am asking this because very often after SEA, interest decreases in the child's education. Parents feel their child is big now, or the child is doing work that they, the parents, cannot do. So therefore, they cannot help. I am telling you that is not true. Yes, your child is older, but he or she is still a child. Yes, they may be exposed to curriculum content that is unfamiliar to you, but he or she is still your child that needs guidance, support, supervision, assistance, love, and attention. You still need to check homework. Get familiar with the different conferencing platforms that teachers use. Ask your child how was their day, or if they need assistance. Involve yourselves in the school. Be active participants of our PTA. Partner with us as we educate your child. Secondary school has its differences from primary school. One such difference is that our start time is at 8:10 in the morning. Form teachers take role then and also at 12:20 p.m. Your child must attend roll call sessions in order to be recorded as present. If for any reason your child is going to be absent or has been absent or is unable to meet an assignment deadline, you are required to send a written excuse to the form teacher or dean, either via WhatsApp or email. My WhatsApp contact and email will be shared in the chat. You may save it and communicate with me during work hours. When you meet with the form teachers, they will share their medium of communication with you. On registration day, you received a copy of our rules. Familiarize yourself with it. Ignorance is no excuse. Yes, in the virtual school world, rules apply. And on that note, please understand that we have taken a very firm stance on cyberbullying. It will not be tolerated. The form teachers will go into greater depth of school rules and student expectations during their session. Another change is that your child now has different teachers for different subjects. Help your child remember the teachers' names. Help them to follow the timetable. Help them adjust to this major change. As an institution, we have implemented a cross-age peer mentorship program to assist the Form 1s as they make this transition. The peer mentorship program is designed to have the Form 5 students mentor the Form 1 with the aim of assisting in the smooth transition into the virtual secondary school environment and fostering personal growth and corporate responsibility. At the end of the program, mentors and mentees should develop an increase in the 5 C's. And those C's are competence, confidence, connection, character, caring, and compassion. Your child will be placed in a small group, and a trained Form 5 mentor will be assigned to the group to assist the mentees in their transition into Form 1. As the dean of this year group, I look forward to working with you. Thank you.
Good morning to the principal, vice principal, teachers, parents, and students. My name is Miss Hendrickson, and I am the school's guidance officer. I work with the Ministry of Education Student Support Services Division. I would like to congratulate each and every child for passing this important milestone in their lives. Let us all applaud them for their efforts. You have made it to secondary school. The sleepless nights are over, and you are preparing to make the transition from primary to secondary school. My role and responsibility at this institution as the guidance officer is to deliver a guidance program to all students, which is delivered through universal intervention. As such, it is my duty to conduct sessions with each level throughout the academic year. The guidance program is both preventative and responsive and focuses on 3 domains: academic development, career development, and personal social development. In addition to this, individual counseling is provided for students based on a referral basis. Students can be referred by administration, teachers, other members of staff, parents, and self-referrals can also be made by students. Parental support is integral for the academic success of your child. As such, parents, it is your responsibility to support and encourage your child. Ensure that he or she is attending classes regularly. Speak positive things into your child. Ensure that they believe in themselves. Ensure that they are doing their class assignments and they are submitting them in a timely manner. Ensure that all homework is done and that they have a study timetable and they are revising their work. Refrain from drawing comparisons to other students who may have sat the SE examinations. In addition to that, you may draw comparisons with other siblings. Perhaps you may have expected your child to do a little better. Maybe they had the ability to push a little harder and to get better scores at the SE exam. I want you to refrain from doing this because this affects the self-esteem of students, and we want them to be confident so that they can excel academically. Celebrate your child. and encourage him or her to perform at their maximum potential throughout their secondary journey. Celebrate their efforts for passing SEA, for passing this milestone in their lives. Even if they would have made very little progress, I want you to still commend them on their efforts. This also assists in their self-esteem, and they will be encouraged to do better as the term goes on and as they go on from level to level. Practice having open communication so they will feel comfortable talking to you about any and everything. We want you to be approachable. Ensure that they can come to you with whatever conflicts they may be facing at school, whatever challenges they may be having. They must feel free to come and say, "Mommy, Daddy, I'm having a problem. Can I speak to you?" So keep that channel of communication open so you can know exactly what is happening with them and you can provide them with coping strategies so that they can press on. Provide adequate supervision during their virtual learning. As you're aware, we have online school, and so your input is needed. Ensure that they're attending classes daily. Ensure that they're regular and they're punctual, that they're managing their time well, that they're actively participating in class. Some of you may have to go out to your work environment to work, others are working from home. But if you have a caregiver taking care of your child, the onus is on you to check in with him or her on a daily basis to make sure that there are no problems. Provide children with the necessary school materials needed for effective learning. Ensure that they have all of their school books, all of the textbooks that are required, and whatever resources the teachers may have asked you to purchase. Ensure that all of these things are home with that child during virtual learning so that they will have a very good experience. Spend quality time with your child, whether it be gardening, playing some sporting activity in the yard, watching a movie. Make that child know that he or she is important to you. And you learn a lot of things when you spend time with your child. Little details you would pick up on and so on. So I'm urging you, although your lives may be quite busy, still make that time to spend time with your children. Be aware of the developmental stage and needs of your child. They are going through puberty presently, and so changes would have been occurring throughout their bodies. So have that conversation with them. Some of them may change in terms of, socializing and not wanting to be with the other family members and staying in their room, and maybe they would have lost interest in some activities. Remember, all of this is part of their development. So I'm urging you to get information on their developmental stages and the behaviors that are associated with them. There is a theorist by the name of Erik Erikson, and he clearly outlines the different stages of development. So you can read up on his theory and it may give you a better understanding of what your child is facing.
You have heard from the administration and middle management of the school. Now it is time to change the lens which you have been using to learn about the school. Let us listen to some advice from some past students.
Good day, teachers, parents, and students, class of 2021. Congratulations, you have made it to yet another milestone in your life. Secondary school, and not just no ordinary secondary school, San Fernando West Secondary School. Oh my gosh, guys, congrats. I'm proud of each and every one of you. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Carisan James, a former student of San Fernando West. I have just completed my nursing degree and I now hold my Bachelor's of Science in Nursing, where I'm about to write my final exam to become a registered nurse so I can help to make a difference in these trying times. And just like you guys, my journey started at San Fernando West Secondary School, and I could assure you this is a phenomenal school with fantastic teachers that are willing to communicate, that are willing to go a long way with you, to push you to do your best. They also act as your mentors, your guides, and they are also there to teach you valuable lessons from Form 1 to Form 5. I must say one of my greatest experiences was going into Form 4. This school goes above and beyond to make sure that success is on top of your list. I remember going into Form 4 and we had a career day, and they had specially invited guests, and I distinctly remember Dr. Rollins. He was a cardiac doctor at that time, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, a NAPS boy or a presentation. And to my surprise, he was also a past student of San Fernando West. I sat down there at that moment and my heart was so happy. And I remember he was saying, you don't have to go NAPS boys, NAPS girls, convent to become anything you want to be in the future. And I remember taking that with me throughout my final years in San Fernando West. And just a little hint, you guys, and just a reminder that NAPS boys, NAPS girls, convents, presentation, all these prestige schools, we do the same exam at the end of our 5 years. The only difference is how you apply yourself throughout your 5 years and how you manage your time. I must say you are in great hands with great teachers, great environment. So put your best foot forward, continue to work hard, enjoy your school life, take part in everything, in sports days, in career days, be on top of your game, and you would see that you would make a difference. Who knows? You might be the next doctor, the next nurse, because this school produces cool, and you are surely one of them. I thank you for giving me this opportunity to come and talk to you guys. I really do appreciate it. But my advice to you is keep working hard, keep on top of your game, keep doing you, and you will reap the benefits. Have a good day, guys. Bye.
Hi everyone, welcome back to San Fernando West Secondary School. And to the Form 1s, congratulations on entering a new chapter in your academic life. My name is Aliyah Sfwss, and just like you, in 2010, I started my journey at San Fernando West. I will be honest though, through my time at secondary school, I was not a straight A student. I remember sitting where you are, not having a clue of what I wanted to do after I graduated. But guess what? This same girl from San Fernando West went on to win a scholarship to attend Florida International University. This same girl spent 4 months studying across the world to China. And this same girl graduated last year with her bachelor's degree in hospitality management. That's my story. And it could be yours too. I can confidently say through my experience that it has everything you need to succeed. The teachers like Miss Kamisyang, Miss Edu, Miss Hussein, Miss Rampasad, Miss Bhagwan Singh, and many more are committed and supportive, and I say thank you. Also, there are many opportunities to get involved through sports or cultural activities. San Fernando West is a great foundation, but It is up to you to build your future. With that being said, the most valuable lesson I learned at San Fernando West Secondary is, regardless of the type of school you attend, it is not the school that makes you. It is what you make of the school. I encourage you, as this academic year begins, to step forward with an attitude of excellence and determination. And remember that my story can be yours too. Thank you.
Yes, students, as our past students indicated, we are a school that provides a rich and nurturing environment for success. However, your success is determined by you. On this day, students, I charge you, create a new and improved you. Find your place, or even better, make your place and create a legacy at our school that you will be proud of. Mr. Principal, Madam Vice Principal, colleagues and students who made this part of the program possible, the Form 1 Orientation Committee expresses our heartfelt thanks. Parents, guardians, support system, we thank you for your presence and we look forward to your continued support. At this part of the program, you will get to interact with our principal, Mr. Mutu. Mr. Mutu has made himself available so that he can field questions that you, the parents or guardians or students, may have. So at this time, I'll introduce to you Mr. Mutu, Principal of San Fernando West Secondary. While we wait for Mr. Mutu to come on, I would just like to inform you, parents, that the session planned for September 22nd for you that you were notified about previously, that session has been rescheduled to September 29th. I repeat, the session that was planned for September 22nd has now been rescheduled to September 29th. A remainder will be placed in your child's form Google Classroom.
Oh, yes. Good morning, everybody. Just give me a minute, having a little problem. Right. So, good morning once again, everybody. My humble apologies for not answering my cues. I know that you would have already seen me and heard me from the video. So I notice my camera isn't giving you a feed for you to see who I am either, but I suppose I'll rectify that soon enough. So, good morning, everybody. Ronald Mutu is my name, Principal. I thank Ms. Blaisdell for introducing me earlier on. And I want to assure you again that San Fernando West Secondary is a good school. And even though you and your child might have hesitations of being here, I can tell you that the various testimonies we get, and as you would have seen this morning also, indicate that we are doing a really good job. So I want just to point you out that, you know, we have graduates in many, many offices all over the country. You would have heard about Dr. Rollins, senior heart specialist, cardiac specialist in the country. I think he's at Acropolis in San Fernando in that medical center. Shakil Beg, the head of the meteorological services in Trinidad and Tobago, recently appointed, is also from San Fernando West Secondary Schools. We have many of our graduates who are teachers, nurses, engineers, you name it. John Ross Jagisa, some of you may know the name, cricketer who played for the winning CPL franchise this year. Patriots, the St. Kitts Nevis Patriots. John Ross Jagisa is a graduate of ours. So we have graduates in many, many fields. And I want to assure you that we are here, you know, for the best development of your child. At this time, we'll entertain just a few questions if you have. So I know I have some of my teachers monitoring the chats, whether it's on YouTube or the live video, Zoom chat. And feel free, of course, to ask questions, make comments if you wish to. We just keep a short segment though, so it wouldn't be too long. So thanks. Any questions for me, please? Anyone? Any questions on the various chats? Ms. Maharaj, Malini?
Hi, morning. So no, I'm not seeing any questions here coming up on the chats.
All right. Well, in that case, let me say to all parents and students who would have joined us, thank you for joining. Hope we, you know, did provide some information for you to understand how our school operates, so that you know, could start getting the feel of our school and get acclimatized to us, so that once we start teaching, the business of teaching and learning can take place smoothly. So with that, let me say thank you very much. Thank you very much to the team of dedicated teachers and civil servants who are making this, virtual orientation possible also. Thank you all very much. A special thank you to our Dean of Form 1, Year Group Form 1, Ms. Blaisdell, for the wonderful job you are doing this morning, as you usually do. And with that said, let me hand over back now to Ms. Blaisdell. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. So now, parents, we get ready to shift to part 2 of our program. Parents, your child ward was placed in a form class and they were required to join the Google Classroom. If your child has not yet done so, please ensure that they do. This information would have been shared with you in your welcome package. Now, we separate into the different classes for our sessions with our form teachers. The link for the respective sessions have been posted in the YouTube chat and also our Zoom chat. Please click on the correct link or copy and paste as you may be required to do so that you may join and receive what was planned for you. If you are unsure of which class the child is in, simply type it in the chat and we will guide you accordingly. Once you are sure, parents, please click on the relevant link and join the session with the form teachers now. Thank you. So those who are on YouTube, you may be required to copy and paste the link so that you can get easy access instead of having to type over everything. You can get easy access to the session with the form teacher now. Is there any parent or guardian who isn't sure which class their child was assigned to and they need that guidance?
Hi, Miss. This is Miss Mirage. I have one question. There's a student who joined who wasn't sure if he was in my class, Elijah Ford, in the 1-2 grouping. So I told him I would verify for him.
Sure. So I'm just checking.
Okay, I'm seeing Alicia Kazu. Do you have a question, Alicia? Oh, Alicia wants to know what class she is in, Miss Blaisdell.
So I'm checking. So I'm looking for, it's Elijah Ford and what is Alicia's surname?
All right, Miss. Is it okay if I exit?
Yes, Miss Maraj, you need to start your session. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. I'll chat you after for the information.
Sure.
Miss Blaisdell, there's also another question. When changing classes, who moves? Is it the teacher or the students?
Madam, when changing?
When changing classes, they would like to know, is it the teacher that moves or the students that move?
In our virtual school, the students move. They go to the teacher's class links. All of that the form teacher will explain.
Jada Kane would also like to know which class she is in.
Sure.
Good morning. Ms. Kolja would also like to find out about Ethan Durham.
Renelle, I think you are in 1.1.
Alicia is in 1.3. Elijah is also in 1.3. And I'm just confirming Jada. Can anybody tell me how Jada spelled for Jada? What's her name?
Jada. And her Cain.
Jada 1.1.
Right.
We answered Ethan.
I don't think so. And then we have a David Bain as well, asking what class he is in.
Miss Excuse, Miss Kulja, who is on the YouTube, is also saying that there are many students who don't know what class they belong to, and she's asking if a list can be displayed. She says it's too many to type on YouTube.
Okay. Ms. Blaisdell, you want to share the class list on the screen?
Sure, just give me a sec, please.
Mm-hmm.
So what we are going to do is that we are going to end the YouTube stream, and students who are unsure which class they are placed in, please join the Zoom link that would have also been shared in your invitation. So please join the Zoom session, those of you who are unsure which class you are assigned to.